Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies, y'all. Man, appreciate all y'all that watched the podcast yesterday on Monday. If you didn't listen to that, go back, check it out. It's on the channel. Go watch that. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Talked about a lot of things, a lot of topics. But today, we're going to touch on Trequan Smith. I posted a video maybe last week that the rumors were flying around that Trequan Smith re-signed with the Saints, but we didn't see it from any news outlets, any big news outlets and things like that. So we had to wait for that to become official. It obviously became official yesterday. Trequan Smith will be signing back with the Saints. He signed a 2-year deal, $6 million, which is absolutely no money at all. $2 million guaranteed. So basically, that breaks down to a 1-year deal at basically $3 million. He can earn some incentives and things like that. So he's basically the Saints today. We're going to give you one more chance. We're not paying you a lot of money, so don't expect to be, wide receiver 2 or anything like that. He's basically, in my opinion, going to be competing for wide receiver 3 or the wide receiver 4 spot. Probably the wide receiver 4 spot, if I had to guess, between him and Deontay Hardy. Obviously, Deontay Harris was his former name. So I think he's going to compete for that wide receiver 4 spot. I think Michael Thomas, Marquez Callaway, and whoever they draft or sign in free agency is going to rock that number 3/number 2 spot between Callaway and the new guy they bring in. And I think that leaves Hardy and Trequan Smith to fight for that 4th spot. Now, Trequan Smith as a 4th receiver, I love him way more as a number 4 receiver than I do as a number 1 or a number 2, which he had to play this past season. So him in the number 4 role, hey, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. He could be a good number 4 receiver. See, now you're not expecting anything. You're expecting 20 to 30 catches a year, 300 to 400 yards, couple touchdowns. That's all you really need. Can fill in at times, if someone goes down for 1 or 2 games, but he should not be a constant starter, a constant number 1, number 2 guy that you're depending on to win games, because he's just not that. He hasn't shown that. We thought Winston would bring the best out of him, but we really never got to see that connection because he was hurt, at the beginning of the year, and when he kind of got back, Winston went down. So I do want to see them two in the same set, and hopefully both can come in healthy this year. Obviously, Winston's coming back from the ACL, but they both can get healthy in training camp. Both try to work on some things, and hey, maybe it could be a connection down the line, and maybe they can do something. But like I said, man, I do like the price point on this. If he'd came back for like a 3-year, $20 million deal or something, I would have came on here and absolutely lost it. So this is basically the second deal of the offseason where I'm like, not too mad at it. This deal, the Sorensen deal with those numbers came out as well. $500,000 guaranteed. I know I came on here and I said I'm overreacting. As I was doing it, I knew I was overreacting because I knew the Saints weren't paying him. I knew Mickey Loomis, Kyle Hardy, they're too smart to go out and get Sorensen on any type of, deal that's going to be worth any type of real money. $500K is obviously real money, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not nothing towards the salary cap. That's a special teams guy, a depth guy. Man, he's basically going to be a player coach. Barely play and coach a lot. And obviously we're going to have new faces in that secondary, a new safety, maybe PJ Williams getting the bigger role. So it won't be bad having Sorensen, who's going to be 33 years old, to kind of help those guys, get situated, help them in the film room and things like that. So that will bring a good aspect to this team. Honestly, I don't even want to see him on special teams. I can get an undrafted free agent to go play special teams probably better than he can. But hey, we'll see what he do, man, when it's time. But those 2 deals right there, I'm not too mad at them at the price point. Trequan Smith and Darian Sorensen. Obviously, the Saints still have a lot of work to do. But hey, man, they're off to a good start. They're signing a couple guys. It's going slow. We all want it to speed up. The draft is like 30 days away. So we're going to have to get to it, man. I think they're going to just wait till after the draft. That's what it's looking like, man, because obviously the market's not moving for receivers and other players, so maybe the Saints and other teams are just standing pat because no one's really signing anyone right now. I think they're going to wait to see how the draft plays out, because honestly, if we get one of those receivers in the draft, it makes no sense to sign a receiver in free agency. So I do think the Saints should actually wait until after the draft, and if all the receivers are gone, oh well, we can still get one in the draft, maybe even 2 in the draft. I think we should actually draft 2 receivers this year if possible. So I think they'll just wait it out. Because if you draft Wilson or Olave or Drake London, then what's the point of drafting or signing a free agent, or wide receiver? It's just going to have too many people. You already got Trequan Smith and Harris fighting for your 4 and 5 spot. Michael Thomas and Callaway are probably your 1 and 2 spot. So you're really only missing a 3. Now, if you go get a Jarvis Landry and you make him your 3, now you go get another receiver you draft, now you just have way too many receivers, only 1 ball. Not going to say that's a bad thing because obviously you need weapons, but you got to prioritize. Obviously, we need a tackle. So, we'll see what they do, man. But this is about Trequan Smith. He'll be back. Hopefully he can show something more than he showed in his first 4 years with the Saints. He's on a prove-it deal. You know how those people get on prove-it deals, man. They become the best receivers, in the world when they have to play for a contract. So hopefully he becomes that. Hopefully he can show, why we drafted him and reach some of his potential. I don't think he'll reach what I initially thought he'll be, but man, hopefully he comes out, he produces for us, and it's just all good. So man, that's Trequan Smith. He's coming back. I guess we could see him and Jameis Winston make funny faces on the sideline again. But that'll be all. Nothing too major here. Trequan Smith coming back, even though I already reported on this like last week. But now it's official. It's the Boot Tragedies, and I'm out.